everyone, welcome to our streaming. This is Becky.
This is Johnson.
We are TTL Formwork team.
Since 1998, TTL Group has dedicated to provide the construction material and equipment to the 10,000s of customers in worldwide, help them to construction high efficiency, safety, and cost effectivity.
Yeah, our product line includes scaffolding, PPEs, pipes, engineering machinery, steel structure, and of course, various kinds of formwork like aluminum formwork, steel formwork, and conventional formwork.
Yeah, with development of the economy, the building become various and to meet the different requirements. So, consequently, the different formwork system was derived from that to ensure high efficiency, say more safety, like the aluminum formwork system behind us.
Yeah, in recent years, aluminum formwork has been widely used and highly complimented by our customer because its advantages are so obvious that it allows construction at only 4 days per floor.
It's 4 days.
Yeah.
The sound is very faster.
Sure.
How to do that? Can you explain,
Okay, let me explain. First, aluminum formwork is customized formwork that it allows one-time casting for all the structures. That means the walls, the slab, even the staircase and the openings like doors, windows, and even the pipe trays could be pour the concrete one time. And besides that, the erection of the formwork panels, the concrete pouring, and the formwork dismantle can be carried out in sequences. So the processes, they don't contradict with each other. And so you could proceed fast with the construction. Yeah.
Look, the supporting the supporting system that looks special is the how about the slab? The early stripping.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Aluminum formwork is also called early stripping system because if you use conventional formwork, normally you will have to buy like 2 or 3 floors of formwork to recycle.
Yeah.
But using aluminum formwork, you could invest for only 1 typical floor because after 36 hours of pouring concrete, you will be able to remove the slab panel without moving this prop. I show you some photos, which means that because we will provide 3 sets of prop, which means for the first 1, second, and third floor, you don't have to reuse the prop. They will be brand new prop. So you can remove the slab panel without moving the prop and prop head. They will still be there to support the concrete until it gets like complete solid. So until go to the 4th floor, even you complete 1 floor by 4 days, right? That's basically 12 days later. So you will proceed to 4th floor and using the prop from 1st floor. So you don't have to wait like a lot of days waiting the concrete to get fully solid and proceed faster with the construction.
Yeah, in conventional ways, we must be prepared 2 or 3 at least the floor, the formwork, to prepare recycling use. But in this system, only 1 the floor, the formwork system is enough. Just to prepare 2 or 3 story the support system.
Yeah, sure. And I just mentioned that the erection of the formwork is quite easy and simple. So you may have noticed that the formwork panels are already coded by letter and number. That's from 12, 13, 14, 15. So as long as your laborers could read, he can follow these sequences. And one another important thing about this coding is when you dismantle the panels and passing to upper stairs, you will know the location of this panel. So the construction site could be quite tidy and in order, organized, I mean, without getting messy. Sure.
And any more the advantage of this system?
Yeah, there's so many other of them, but I have to mention one advantage is aluminum formwork could be reused 300 times. Yes, you hear me, 300.
This is so long time.
Yes,
life.
yes. So you can imagine how low the cost per floor can go down to. Besides that, according to our experience, after you use the formwork 300 times, the recycle value could be up to 30% of the total investment you made in the beginning.
30%.
Yes.
30% that which means actually the totally investment is not look them so high. Then
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
actually this aluminum formwork the material is high quality aluminum alloy. So even if the sellers sell it as waste, also we can get back the 30% recycling value here.
I give you a number so you will be more clear about this recycle value. It's like if you invest 600,000 US dollar for a project, that after you use the formwork for 300 times, you will get a recycle. You can sell it. You can sell the aluminum formwork as waste, and you can even get 200,000 US dollar back. Yeah, that's 30% of recycle value I was talking about.
Yeah, I think maybe now some friend in our live streaming are interesting how much what the components detail about this system. Could you introduce it?
Sure. As you may see that aluminum formwork is composed of mainly two parts. One part is the formwork panels itself. The other part is the supporting system. Okay, I'll give you explanation one by one. Okay, first the formwork panels.
The typical panel.
Yeah, this is the typical panel. It's the same width, but this is powder coated. So I'll show you some details. Now this formwork, the profile height is 65. Okay, so now in the market there are mainly two sizes. One is 65 millimeter and one is 63.5 millimeter. In China, 65 is more common and I believe it's stronger. Okay, yeah, this height is 65. Okay, now and the width. The width, okay, from here to here, this panel is 400 millimeter.
This is kind of the typical, and also we can build it 600 millimeter maximum.
Yes, okay, when you will see there is a strengthening bar, so for panels wider than 300, we will weld such a strengthening bar to ensure the loading capacity. Okay, also the panel thickness is 4 millimeter, yes.
It looks very light.
Yes, very light.
You're a girl, just only one hand you can
yes.
hand it.
Yes.
But it's the typical, the height is 2.4 meter.
2.4. Actually, it can also be depended by your floor height. Like, for example, if your floor height is 2.7, we can do 2.4. Yeah.
That's low. So this is the very light the panel. How about the load capacity?
Loading capacity is 60 kilonewton per square meter with an average weight of only 22 kilograms. So it's light and manually movable. Yeah.
As we're using the panel in the system is connected one by one to connect. How to connect it? Explain by our
good question.
friends.
Let me show you. Okay. Now, you have seen that the panels are already connected. Now this is what we call round pin, and this is a wedge pin. Okay, they do like this. Okay, show you. And the only tool to connect is this hammer. Okay, this way.
Can here.
Maybe here. Okay. So first you put the round pin, then you put the wedge pin.
So all of connect only by the wedge pin.
Yeah.
This bolt is not on site. This is bolt because the angle we can connect in the factory. We connect already connector. So in the job site, we only using this wedge pin to connect this enough.
Yes, and it's quite easy. Okay, two lock, then it's fixed already. Okay.
could you explain how to adjust and alignments to for the slab and for the wall?
Oh, okay. Then we will go to another component that's we call whaler here. Two double tube whaler fixed by this tie rod and the wing nut. The tie rod will go through the panel in the middle, so inevitably there will be such a tie rod hole left here. Actually, we have another type of system called the flat tie system.
Yeah, two kind of. One is the tie rod, and
yes,
another is a flat tie.
That the flat tie will go through the panel in the middle. Another system we call flat tie is this flat tie will go between the panels. So the panels will be complete. I'll show you some photos.
Like this?
Yes, like this. Now, as I mentioned, that this flat tie will go between the panels, and the whaler use is single tube. So one major difference between two systems is the flat tie system got to maintain the completeness of the panel without leaving holes in the panel in the middle. Okay, so using aluminum formwork, the alignment tolerance is within 5 millimeter, which means after the formwork is dismantled, the concrete is quite smooth. You see.
This is for this the tie rod system.
Yes, yes.
And this is the flat tie system.
Yeah, both of them, the concrete surface is quite clear and smooth, which means that you don't have to do plastering.
Yeah.
You probably know that using the conventional formwork, you probably have to do the plastering after you dismantle the formwork. That process will cost you and cost time also. So using aluminum formwork will help you to save time and save money.
Yeah, but another important system is the support system. As previous, we introduced the early stripping, the slabbers system. Could you explain the support system?
Oh, yeah, sure. Now, I mentioned the supporting system is the prop and the whaler, even the pin, we can call it supporting system. But the prop, we will provide you 3 sets that so for the first 3 floors, there will be brand new prop. And when you look up there, there is a prop head on top of the
Here,
prop.
and
Yes,
that
yes,
one.
yeah. Yeah, this one, which means after you remove the slab panel, the prop and the prop head will stay there.
Here, it's a typical this is a typical job head, right? Right here, right?
Yes, the prop. Okay. So unlike the conventional formwork, you have to buy like 2 or 3 floors. Using aluminum formwork, you could buy only 1 floor, and the spacing between 2 prop is usually 1.2 meters.
1.2.
But you don't have to think where to put the prop, because the prop head, the location of the prop head is determined on the design stage and coded by number and a letter, of course. So after you assembled the prop head, you will put a prop under it.
Yeah, we have a long time the experience in the worldwide for many customers to help them to speed up their projector. And Berkey we can experience to introduce some projecting overseas.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Until now, we have successfully done projects in most countries in Asia, Middle East, and South America. I give you some examples. This is one project we have finished in Colombo in Sri Lanka. It's a 3-tower project. Each tower has 15 typical floors. And they bought almost 5,000 square meter formwork from us.
This is for the 3rd floor.
Third floor, yes, and you can see that the concrete surface is quite smooth and clear.
our scaffolding is also produced by
Yes,
us.
from us, yes. Because from our streaming, you will know that we are one-stop service of
Yeah.
construction material.
Yeah.
So whatever you need at a construction site, we will be able to provide.
Yeah, not only the same
Yeah,
to
not
time,
only
same
formwork.
time for on the spot job site, also
Yeah.
at the same time, same cost for whole the project.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, this is This is one of our engineer providing on-site technical support, which means after the formwork arrived at your site, if you need our help or support, we will be there to train your neighbors to how to assemble and dismantle the formwork fast. Yeah. This is another project we finished in Colombo near the Colopitio railway station. It's a city hotel project now open for business. Now they are assemble the step panel. Okay. Yeah, this project, because it's the first time of using aluminum formwork. After they the laborers getting familiar with the system, the construction cycle they can do is 5 days per floor. Yeah.
You can see here this color and this color is different, but just the coating. We can do the different coating in the job site. And
Philippines is also one of our major markets. Till now, we have finished more than 15 projects with more than 50,000 square meter formwork sold. This is the biggest project we have done till now. It has 2 phases. Each phase is 11-story condominium. Phase 1, they bought 8,500 square meter formwork from us, and phase 2, they bought almost 8,000 square meters.
Berkey, we are say anything, but I think most maybe some customers must want to know how long time we can complete the prepared and producing the system for a project. Please make an example to explain it.
Okay, sure. Now, I start from the design. From the day we just take this project as an example. They bought 8,500 square meter formwork from us. Okay, so from the day we received their payment, advance payment, we start the basic drawing. Yeah, to confirm which area will be included. Okay, so. That process we took 5 working days. After the basic drawing confirmed, we'll proceed to the shop drawing design. That process we took 10 working days.
10 working days
so
for the second
then
stage.
We will proceed to the fabrication and the mock-up. Mock-up, I mean pre-assembly of the formwork.
Yeah, it's very important that
factory.
we will the pre-assembling in our factory to find any error or any discrepancy. So ensure we can ensure in your job site that the formwork is no any mistake or any
no mistake at all.
discrepancy.
Yeah, you can use it directly without any mistake.
Yeah.
So that process we took 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So together from the design to shipment, we took 37 days.
Yeah, totally
From design to shipment, 37 days.
37 days,
because
not
we
more than
have
40 days.
workshop. I mean, the factory has an area of 2 million square meter, and the design team we have more than 100%. So the monthly output of the factory is more than 50,000 square meters. Our customer, they don't have to worry about the delivery or the design. Everything from material arriving at our factory to the shipment, the packing, the fabrication, everything is checked and insured.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Not only you can see this picture. Actually, we usually using in the residence or the apartment this project. Not only here this project, also in the villa, we also ensure it.
Yes. Because I mentioned aluminum formwork could be reused 300 times, which means that the more time you use, the more cost effective it becomes.
Yes.
So
More
for
time to
such
recycle
a
it.
villa compounds, I mean, if the design is the same,
design,
yeah,
it's
and with large numbers, you can, of course, you can invest the aluminum formwork.
You can see it looks very
that
good.
looks good, right?
So not only the apartment, the villas, it only if your the design, all of the design, the same the dimension or is not more changed, it all is suitable.
Yeah, there are so many other of the examples, so I'm not going to list them all, but from what I've said, you probably noticed that aluminum formwork could be applied to the typical floor or the house compounds. Yeah, I mean, of course, the shell wall structures and etc.
Yeah, but we will not always face the same dimension. But in our projector, some structure is different, especially for example, the podium or the shopping mall, like the hospital, it's some public building. This building is almost the different structure from the bottom and from the upstairs. Actually, we in our professional words is the cross section changing. Which means from the lower floor to up floor, the column and the wall will be not same dimension. It will be smaller. It's smaller. And in this case, another formwork system, most simple. Come here, we introduce it. Here, this is the steel frame formwork system. We call it TB form system. It's including two systems. One system is here. This we call a B form vertical concrete member system, formwork system. It's composed by the steel frame and the plywood face panel. And we are designing a big area the size. Actually, Berkey, you know, this system actually is a kind of the general purpose system.
Okay, so what do you mean general purpose?
General purpose, which means we're using all of the panel is almost the same design, it's the same dimension, not more than like the traditional way or the aluminum formwork is many different size panel to connect. Or we are just fill the dimension of the formwork panel. For example, this sample, because it's the smaller, limited space, the typical the height is 3 meters. 3 meters. And this kind of formwork you can see here, we design adjustable hole. We call adjustable hole. This column,
size is adjustable.
yeah, we can adjust the size and let the formwork can making different dimension structure. You can see here we have many holes. This coupler we call it the column coupler. Column coupler we're using here. It also like the aluminum formwork. We only using the hammer to operate it. From here. Can knock here to release it, and here you can see here it's the same, or it's the same to connect the formwork. If you insert a different hole, we can adjust. It's a very simple way and a classic design in the formwork design and. Nugget, very strong. No need the welder or no need other strength way to connect it. So, which one? This distance of the hole is the 5 centimeters. So all of the adjusted distance is the 5 centimeter increment. And if you're making the big column or the wall, you just only connect one by one. One by one is like the aluminum formwork.
Yeah.
Unlike the aluminum formwork, we use this kind of the clamp to connect the formwork. It's not you wedge pin. What's the advantage? It's also by hammer. Connect here, we can release it. Release it. No need to across the profile. Just using is a simple way to connect it. Very strong. Here, very strong. This is the first one kind of we have two major kind of the clamp, and this kind of clamp is very important. The clamp we call the alignment clamp. What it can replace the function of the whaler. It's also by here, kind of here to connect it. Release it and lock it. Lock it here. No, sorry. Very strong, but not only connect the panel, and also alignment. Save them. And also we except this kind of the clamp, we also design another kind of a clamp. This clamp, we call it mixer clamp. Here. This clamp we call a mixer clamp. This clamp we using as usually in job site we always face to a problem is we make a small gap in the formwork. We using connect another material, for example wood batten, plywood, or even if the aluminum formwork, steel formwork, we can using this clamp to connect it easily. Also, just by
So
that's very good.
I suppose this kind of formwork looks maybe a bit heavy.
Yes, this kind of formwork is heavy than aluminum formwork. The average weight is 38 kilogram per square meter. But you know, the weight is not a bad thing. The heavy weight, which means you have get the bigger the load capacity.
Okay.
And this kind of panel is our regular type of panel. We have two kind of panel. One is regular. Regular panel, the average the load capacity is over to 90 kilonewton per square meter. If you're using the heavy duty just a little different design on the panel, all of using the same accessory to connect or access using the same accessories. That is the heavy duty the panel we can bearing the 140 kilonewton at least.
Wow.
And you know, in the vertical formwork, the bigger the laser, the capacity, the pressure is on the bottom of the wall of the column. Especially column. Column has the big pressure because column is a small dimension. And when you're pouring the concrete is now it's fluid, and the concrete is very fast to rising. So we have a big pressure on the bottom. But in our formwork, we can do the over 10 meter one time. For example, you can see here. This is the typical pouring. No need tie rod, no need the across tie. There's a tie rod and the weller.
Okay,
yeah,
so
weller.
no weller, low tie rod. The
Yes.
direction must be faster.
Yes, very faster. You can see here. It's so high. This is the height of the recorder. 15 meter one time. No weller. You can see no weller, no the tie rods. Especially is the most suitable for the SRC structure. That means steel the reinforcement structure. And in that type of structure, insert is not a rebar cage. Is a H-beam steel. H-beam steel it cannot across the time. Using this is very suitable for using. You can see here. Here is the typical is about 10 meter, 10 meters, 3 meter, or 10 meter or 12 meter. This is the SRC structure, SRC structure. Right. Very suitable for this kind of.
Okay, so just now you mentioned that the average weight is 38 per square meter.
Yeah.
So like for a panel, so you must have taken into consideration of the transportation.
Yes, but actually in this job site, we design some smart accessory for it. For example, this kind of the caster. This caster is very using the same clamp to connect the panel clamp to set up it. So using this setup, we can by human power to we move it from one point to another point, and just move it. And also we using the same clamp to connect. In job site, some the clamp, some accessory is easy to missing or easy to damage. We're using a same clamp. We don't worry to miss it. Don't worry to we can using. But not only here. Please here. For this ladder to monitor the pouring, can climb it. The working clamp. We're using also. You can see. You can also use by feet. And here is adjuster to rebar. Also using same. All of this using same.
Which means even you miss part of the accessories, you could find in other areas. Yes. You no need to purchase, no need to waste time waiting for the material to arrive the site.
So right? More simple, more convenience.
Yeah.
And also we have come here. You see here. This is the chamfer. The chamfer, we're using this chamfer to seal like here. You see here. It's very simple ways to cut up here to make a simple chamfer corner in the column or the corner of the board. Just using here. It's good. And also we are designing a kind of the working platform. This is the working platform here. Is also very simple design. Just a poster and plank, 2 parts. Just the 2 parts. Very easy to using kind of the clamp to connect here, a simple supply. Also is simple, but it's fully through the European standard, the Telstra, SGS Telstra. In our Telstra result is the average is the per square meter, the load capacity is the 150 kilograms. It is enough to loading the worker to monitor the for concrete pouring it.
Okay, so you have introduced about the vertical elements.
Yes.
So what about the slab?
In the slab, we're using another system. This system is we call T-form here.
Like a table.
Yeah, it's like table. It's it's also a kind of the steel frame, and also 10 panel is using the same panel of the plywood. Although it's a steel frame, but it's very light. It's lighter than the aluminum formwork. The average weight is about 20 kilogram per square meter. So it's bigger. Yeah. So you only using the worker by hand. You can operate it.
Manually.
No need. And it's erected like an erected table, one by one, very faster. As usually our design is 4 people a group to operate it. Okay. Per day, this group 4 days accomplish the 100 square meters no problem.
Oh,
Very fast, very fast.
So what about its loading capacity?
The load capacity at least 350 millimeter thickness the slab. It's no problem. It's
So
no
it
problem.
can be used for the overheight story buildings.
We are only we not only using we using the steel proper. We also can use on top of the scaffolding, ring lock, cup lock, key stage. Also, you also can see because don't forget we are also the scaffolding as the export and the China biggest the producing, and here, for example. Sorry. Here. This is the for using the typical floor, using the steel product. And also, we're using the overheight, for example, of a lobby or like this hall. This hall is also we use pouring using this formwork to do. Here. This is the finish.
It's quite smooth also.
Yeah, because we using a large area design, whatever the T form or the B form, we can get the perfect to finish the result. As even if it's a one time, can the fail face the concrete face. In this for example in the project, since the foundation. We use it as the B form for the the pile cap, and we using is on the here is the retaining wall.
Retaining wall.
Yeah, the retaining wall we can do is the double side, and the single side. It's a single side solution. And also you can see here's the tall and big column. This is the result.
One-time casting, right?
Yeah, one-time casting. We will get a fair face, the concrete surface. Here.
Oh,
very
tall.
Very good surface. Using the typical, using the steel proper, and in the overheight using the ring lock system. So in our system, the first thing we consider is safety, and the important thing we consider is the safe cost for you. You can see, you can imagine it. Using this the P form, we no need to prepare the formwork for every one concrete body. We can just prepare a part of the formwork is enough. We can fast erection, fast dismantle, one by one pouring. Because it's different shape. There's no problem. We can adjust the size.
That's
so
important.
The first reduce your cost, the purchase cost, right? And fast erection and fast dismantle, you can save the labor cost. No need skill labor. It's a normal labor, no skilled labor. It can operation the skilled labor, the cost we can reduce, right? And also you can find in the job site, the material is not more. It's just a little material in the market. Reduce the material on site is also reduces risk. Reduce the risk, reduce the transportation, reduce your storage cost, right? So everything is reduced. As our calculation, in our experience, at least the 60% or even if the 80% the cost we can reduce it. Using this system, then the compiled traditional formwork system reduce more. That's the target.
Yeah, I mean, I got you. That in a word, what we do is to help you construct safely, precise, cost effective. Yeah, happy
yes.
to save money. Yeah.
Yes. Now, at present, well, this TB form system are working in the Southeast Asia, in the Middle East, like the Saudi Arabia, UAE, and the Southeast Asia, in the Singapore, in Thailand, in the Philippines, and Cambodia. Also, many customers very like this system. Even if, and also in the Latin American, in Peru, in the Ecuador. It's also our fact. We have the customers using this system. They also
Basically, all over the world.
Yes, all over the world. They actually using the frame structure building and the shopping mall and all of the and we connect the aluminum formwork. We can give you a one-stop solution for the formwork system.
Yes. So whatever your structure is, maybe you try a steel frame. If steel frame is not perfect, then try aluminum. So for those of you who are watching our streaming, if you have interest of trying our formwork, just remember we don't have a strict MOQ requirement.
Yeah, need the minimum order, anyone, just only one set or only a steel, we can also shipment for you.
Yes, just try, whatever quantity you may design. Okay, so and also from 15th to 24th, right? It's on our online Canton Fair. So there will be a special discount, promotion. So just contact us with, send us the drawing. We will provide you with accurate offer. The price will be definitely competitive.
Come here.
Yeah.
Contact you by your email, by WhatsApp, or by telephone. Contact our sales consultant. We'll give you a big surprise.
Big surprise. Okay.
And you made concern about the face panel. The face panel we are using a high quality the plywood, and also now we choose a kind of the PP faced plywood. It can reusable more time, reusable about at least 40 times the reusable. And also we can add your requirement using the different cost, because this cost may be a little high. We can reduce if you want to reduce your cost, choose the different the quality the plywood. Plywood is also our major product. Next level train, we introduced the plywood for you.
Yes, the introduction of plywood will be followed. So stick with us. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the live stream and it's finished. It will be finished. Okay. I think if you have any question, contact us.
Yeah, we'll be looking forward to see you next time. Okay. So stay safe, stay healthy. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah.